one of the favorite things that I like about Amay, and it is very like whatever he does is very charming and very beautiful, is Hindi and art. When did you get exposed to like first art forms? Like you were like you genuinely understood what the like creator of the art was trying to say, and then you went on the streak ki, uh, I'm trying to like हम होता है ना कि we are trying to understand all the art forms that are going on, like what you like, and then after a point you're like now I want to create my own art ऐसे करके. So you said you already do poetry and I've read his poetry, it's fabulous. But in general, like how was the art journey like?
Simple. So, see, now I knew I was good at Hindi.
Hmm.
Okay, there is a reason because I had spent initial days of my education, like the KG and for till first standard, in
Hmm.
Air Force school.
Hmm.
So it was
Oh.
basically Hindi. A
Hmm.
lot of
Hmm.
Hindi that I used to hear from teachers, my fellow peer students, classmates.
Hmm.
Okay, so that was my basis foundation of Hindi, and it was good. So now it all started in a very rookie manner, okay, wherein I wrote my first poem. You won't believe this, but in a Hindi paper in fifth
Okay.
standard, okay,
Okay.
in a essay,
Nice.
okay, to end the essay. So what happened? I finished my paper around 1 hour before the time. And in fifth standard, that was the time when you were not allowed to carry watches, or essentially you never carried watches as a fifth
Hmm. Hmm.
grader.
Hmm.
Okay. And teacher used to tell you about the time. And I had a
Hmm.
lot of time left. And in school, you are not allowed to leave the room once you have finished the paper. You have to sit in the room till the whole paper ends.
Yeah.
So I had 1 hour. And then I remembered my teacher told me, Hindi teacher that time, ki, you should include quotes and poetries in your essay.
Hmm. Hmm.
I thought, ki, now I don't remember anything. I can try to write something.
Hmm.
Then on backside of the whole answer sheet, I wrote rough work in a Hindi paper. Okay, and I wrote the 4 lines. Okay, basically it was not even well structured. So now I
Hmm.
know what the structures are,
Hmm.
what are the rhyming schemes and
Hmm.
patterns. It was some weird rhyming scheme that I had made, but yeah, it was good. For a fifth grader, it was decent.
Hmm.
It all started from there. I wrote my first poem there, and teacher appreciated it.
Hmm.
Then I wrote another poem. Okay, again, very rookie. This is the time when I have read zero literature, zero
Hmm.
Hindi literature.
Hmm.
Okay. Hmm. So I kept writing poems like this from fifth to eighth,
Hmm.
very rookie poems. I still have the diary.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I've kept it in a way that I don't give it to anyone.
Hmm.
I'm embarrassed of those poems, whatever I wrote till eighth. Hmm. Now I give this credit to CBSE.
Huh.
CBSE made me a better artist. Okay.
Okay.
If you refer to class 8, 9, 10th NCRT Hindi books,
Huh.
okay, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The the way they
Okay.
introduce you to several poets and story writers. Okay, ignore the stories that are included. They might be kind of childish sometimes, or not very interesting. Okay, but the poets and writers that they introduce you to. Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, my most favorite writers, okay, all of them, 90% of them are from my NCRT books.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
First time I read them in my NCRT books. Okay.
Nice.
So from there, I started reading the other literature, whatever they have written. Then there was one Hindi teacher, okay, who used to appreciate me reading different kind of extra literature and everything.
Hmm.
That made me better artist day by day. But
Hmm.
again, till 10th, I was a very bad poet. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm still decent, not a very good one. Okay.
Hmm.
But 11th, 12th, so diploma first year, second year is when I think I started writing decent poetry because I read a lot of poetry. Okay. So it was like till 2 years ago, I used to read only Hindi literature and only poetry
Hmm.
in Hindi literature also. My reading was very much limited.
Hmm.
Mm. I hardly used to read about any other thing in books.
Hmm.
I used to read
Hmm.
articles and papers, etc. But books were literature and poetry.
Hmm.
So because of that, I think foundation built up, and now I think I'm a decent poet.
Nice. The way I had gotten introduced to Hindi literature was obviously through NCRT, but until then I was not that into Hindi literature itself. But then I got into this pre कि मुझे हिंदी में like first my
Mm.
first love for literature is English, not Hindi.
Yeah,
But I know कि Hindi literature is also very enticing to read. And so what I
yeah, it is
did
more
was
beautiful.
It is
I
more
can I can
beautiful.
prove it.
It
Yeah.
is more beautiful. No, I agree. Like what I think is Hindi is more beautiful. Hindi literature is more beautiful, and English literature, if done right, teaches you more in depth in a shorter time span. Like that's what I have experienced in the writings that I have done and what I have read. Like Walt Whitman padha ya फिर Robert Frost padha. So that's what I've seen. कि like they are more depth. There's more depth in the English literature, and Hindi literature always gives you the home wala feeling. It's all very beautiful and it's very connecting. The way I had gotten used to Hindi literature was literally through reading two romance books because I had no other way of like और books थे ही नहीं मेरे पास and I was too bored to read online. So I just ordered two romance books and I was like अभी इनमें से जो भी vocabulary build होगी वही exam में use करेंगे, and that actually increased my Hindi score.